Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, are you wondering what DevOps is and why it's so popular in the IT industry? If you want to learn how companies like Netflix, Amazon, and Google deliver software faster and more efficiently, then this video is for you. Today, we will break down DevOps, its phases, and why it's trending, and how learning DevOps can help you land a high paying job. So let's get started. But before that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such content. So let's talk about first what DevOps is, right? So DevOps is not a tool or technology, right? It's a culture that bridge the gaps between the development team and the operation team, right? The goal is that we have faster software deliveries, right? And improve the collaborations, and we have the better scalability and the reliability, right? And efficient infrastructure management, and it should also have reduced failures and the quick recoveries. So if we go back 10 years, right, in the past, so we saw that we have seen like slowness in the site, and there is a downtime of the website. We are unable to, access those websites. But nowadays, the website is very faster, right, and very responsive, and you can like do the transactions seamlessly. It is possible because of the DevOps, right? So let's see what different phases we have and how DevOps help businesses release software updates faster while ensuring stability, security, and scalability, right? So let's talk about the phases in DevOps. So you have already seen this image before, right? So if you haven't, it's okay. So I will share the link of this article in the description, right? So you can check out from there. Now in the DevOps we have multiple phases. So you can see here, right? We have the plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor, right? So you can see this first life cycle, that is for the developers or the developer team, right? And other is for the operation team. These four, like deploy, operate, and monitor, is for the operation team, right? So let's talk about each and every phase one by one. So here, the DevOps lifecycle consists of several phases that ensure smooth software development, testing, deployment, and monitoring. Okay, so here is the first thing, that is plan. Okay, so every great project start with a plan. Okay, so teams will define their requirements, goal, task before writing a single line of code. Okay, so for the project management, we have the tools like Jira, Trello, Azure Boards for backlog management, right? So here teams discuss feature priorities, deadlines, and risk associated with the software releases. And planning also includes setting up product backlog and defining the scope of upcoming sprints in the agile environments, right? Then we have the second phase, that is called develop. So in the developing phase, okay, so once the plan is ready, developer start writing the code. But how do they manage changes and collaborate, right? So they will use the so they will use the version control system like Git, GitHub, and Bitbucket, right? Teams follow best practices like branching strategies to collaborate efficiently, and code reviews and pull requests ensure code quality and security before merging changes. Developer also write unit tests during this phase to ensure their code functions correctly before further testing. Okay. Then we have the third phase, that is your build phase. Okay. So now the code is written and we need to convert it into an executable format. So this is where build automation tool like Maven, Gradle, and comes into play. So these tools help in compiling the code, managing dependencies, and packaging the application into deployable format like a .zar file, .var file, or a Docker container file. Now we have the fourth phase, that is your testing phase, right? So testing is one of the most critical phase of DevOps, right? So bugs cause early, save a lot of time and efforts later. So there are multiple tools like Selenium, JUnit, TestNG, SonarQube for code quality, right? And then we have the unit testing, integration testing, and security testing. So we can use these tools, right, for the testing purposes. And then we have the fifth phase, that is release. Once testing is successful, the application is ready for release, right? So this phase involve proper versioning, documentation, and change approval before the deployments. So you can use the CI/CD tools like Jenkins, GitHub Actions, and Azure DevOps. Right. Now let's talk about sixth phase, that is deploy. Okay. So now comes the big movement, deploying the application to the production. So DevOps uses the infrastructure as a code, tools like Terraform, Ansible, and CloudFormation, right? And you can deploy your application to the different environments like dev, QA, and prod, right? And there are different deployment strategies to minimize the downtime and the risk, right? So we have the blue, green, canary, and rolling updates. So we will talk about in further videos. Then we have the seventh phase, that is your operate. So after the deployment, we need to ensure that the system remain stable and performs well, right? So operation teams use tools like Kubernetes, Docker, AWS, and Azure to manage infrastructure efficiently, right? We can also use auto scaling, load balancing, and failover mechanism help in handling traffic spikes and failures. Then we have the eighth phase, that is monitor, right? Finally, we continuously monitor performance to identify issues before they impact users, right? And what tools we can use in this phase? We can use Prometheus, Grafana, ELK Stack, Datadog, New Relic, right? So with these tools, you can monitor your application, your servers, and you can do the log analysis and alerting so that whenever you are facing any issues, you will get the alerts and you can be notified with that, right? And that's DevOps in the nutshell, a complete lifecycle that makes software development fast, reliable, and automated. Now that you know how companies like Netflix and Amazon uses DevOps, so you can start your journey in the DevOps, right? So if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more such content. Thanks for watching.